Got a group of turkeys there. 4 of them. That's pretty cool seeing that when I get to my place. Got a new toy. Well, that toy, it's a serious machine because you gotta be careful with that blade on there. You can see in a minute as soon as I pull it out. It's gonna help me take care of these slabs really efficient compared to a, say, a compound miter saw or miter saw, instead of chopping up the junk boards and slabs. This gives you an idea. An old flat belt, and it looks in pretty decent shape, but I'm not going to be able to use it, so I'll have my dad auction it off on eBay or something, or get rid of it. Now to get this heavy thing out of here. Bust up the ice so it ice covered snow, so it's less slippage. God, is this thing heavy compared to loading it? I had help to load it. It may be just best to let it slide out and then pick it up. Well, this is one way to move it. Flip it up that way. See, it's an old buzz saw. This one in particular is a homemade unit, commercially made shaft. Commercially made shaft that has bearings, feed table. The limiter strap that's now hooked up, the mount for it broke years ago. Yeah, not too bad for a home built unit. And it gives you a better idea. The condition of these teeth are really good. Get over here where the sun is hitting it more. Yeah, definitely home built. You know, there's what I'm going to do to, because the feed table should be, this part should be tilted down more. So when I bring it to the front, it sits level ahead of the teeth. So this is where I want it to stop. So I'll have to modify the tether. And to get that mount to where I want it to, I'm going to have to change these bottom mounting points, move it up and forward to get it exactly where I want. Now put in a couple of different mounting holes so I could get it just right, and then adjust too for slope if it's on a different terrain, so I could have it the bed more or less level when it's ahead, so I have some kind of adjustable mounting points. And then I'm going to put in different bump stops. Right now it's hitting on the head of that one bolt there. So yeah, I put in some kind of bump stops. The shaft turns, so I don't know what's going to take to free it up to get it spinning really good, but The only kicker is, because the blade is on this side, the threads are lefty-tighty. So that's going to be difficult. Well, mainly to remember how to take the blade off, but to shape that's in, it's going to be a long time before I wear it out. But to get this flat belt pulley off, this is going to be hard. It's got old square head bolts, so I'm going to have to loosen them up with a fire wrench, aka a torch of some sort, most likely. I'll try PB blast or some other bolt loosening stuff, but then I have to be able to get in there with a socket or something and turn them, or come in from the side with a wrench and turn them. So, yeah, that's the next project on top of all the other projects I got to do. But and then what I want to do is widen it out so I could have like a good 18-inch or so a section of table on this side. So I'm going to put a good square block of steel in here or something to space it out, put in another support and an arm on this side. Maybe I won't. It depends. See how it works out once I get it going. And to power it, I'm going to use probably a 6.5 horse Predator engine from Harbor Freight. Probably use a centrifugal clutch. I'm guessing I'm going to need to spin that close to 1,000 RPM. Some of the newer blades, carbide tip, the ones for this, are I think 1,500 RPM, so you have to calculate your pulley ratios to get the right RPM so you don't over rev it. And roughly that Harbor Freight 6.5 horse engine is the same that's on the chipper, so I know that is a good motor, but I don't know how it's going to do on here. But I got the idea for this from Ben Sawmill, his channel, and how to repower it. So I've been wanting to get one of these for doing slabs and stuff once I get Sawmill going. When I get, take the glove off here. When I finally get the load of logs in here, I'm going to have a lot of slabs, so this thing's going to be working a lot. And I have plenty of room for sawdust and stuff, so I figured this would be a good spot for the operation of slabs. I'll probably have to rotate it around so I could have the firewood go from slab. Well, picture this. The slab pile have the buzzsaw rotated 180 degrees, so the blade will be on this side. All the cutoffs go right into the firewood pile over there. I figured that'd be a good flow of good workflow. And then eventually get all this dead stuff cleared out. And that's probably where I'm going to put the forever house. And for a garage shop, I'm going to try to get a car and a half garage in here. I'll probably put it right in that spot somewhere right there. I figured that'd be a good spot. Put it in there, and then I could have a solar panel set up somewhere in here. I don't know. Maybe I'll put the garage over here. I could get a lot better sun for solar panels. I think that's a better idea. Because then I could later on build the house and attach it to that garage or shop. That would be the way to go. Yeah, and the sawmill may not sit there forever. It's only on timbers, but I'm going to need a piece of equipment to move it. So yeah, it weighs like 600-700 pounds assembled. But I figured this would be a good spot for the saw rig once I get that set up, firewood pile, and go right into the house, or have the wood shed right here, and then have just go right off into the house for the wood stove. So I don't have to have any wood inside. I just have a nice little covered shelter right here. I think that'd be a good first construction project, is get a wood shed built right there. So, and And that's it until the next video. And one more thing, I got a kind of a beater, well, not necessarily a beater, but an El Cheapo buzzsaw, is that the other ones in really nice shape, 150, 200 bucks, you know, sometimes 250, 300, you know, if they already have them repowered with the motor and all that. But I figured it's a lot easier to, easier on the heartstrings to hack up a home-built one where it's, you know, nowhere near the build quality, you know, weld quality and that a factory-built one would be. So I don't feel bad about messing it up a little bit and modifying it. But it's not going to be modified too much. Just new hinge points, maybe widen it out, put a feed table on the other side so I don't have the pieces of wood dropping right onto the ground, you know, when I'm doing it, working it with one person. So yeah, other than that, it's just right. It's plenty heavy enough and it's sturdy enough to do that light slab wood, but for logs I'd have to really modify it and make the base a lot heavier. So other than that, this one will work out very well for what I have in mind.